Good evening, this is Anglia News. There were astonishing scenes in Spalding at the weekend. More than 1,000 people queued for up to 8 hours just to register with an NHS dentist. Carl Hurrell reports.
When this practice opened at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning, the queue already stretched up the road and around the corner. People were so desperate to get an NHS dentist that some even slept in their cars overnight.
The queue not only wound its way around the corner, it also went to the bottom of the street. Most people turned up at 6 in the morning, not wanting to miss out on cheaper dentistry. Going private normally costs twice as much as going on the NHS. When dental staff walked the entire length of the queue, it took them 10 minutes.
The queue eventually ended up here, half a mile from the practice. More than 1,000 people had been standing in it, with those at the back having to wait at least 8 hours before they could register.
A session in the dentist's chair is not everyone's idea of fun, but on Saturday they were literally queuing around the block. So what makes so many people want to wait in a line?
I think it's very important that we have more national dentists, because it is so expensive to go private.
Lisa Jameson started her practice in Spalding 3.5 years ago. Currently, 4 million Britons don't have an NHS dentist, and Lincolnshire is one of the worst affected counties. The county needs 74 more NHS dentists. 5 have been recruited from Spain, and Lisa has employed one of them.
Well, there's such a desperate need in this area for national health dental treatment. There hasn't been any dentists taking on national health patients for quite a time now.
The government has failed to deliver on its promise that everyone would have access to an NHS dentist by 2001.
To ease some of those immediate access problems, we've made £59 million available. Spalding is an area that has benefited from that. We've said we'll recruit 1,000 extra dentists by October.
But Lisa says the government isn't doing enough.
Are there any incentives to become an NHS dentist then?
Not really. No.
So why do you do it?
Because I like the job and because it's important that people can access dental treatments.
The good news is that everyone who queued up on Saturday is now signed up with Lisa's practice. Carl Hurrell, Anglia News, Spalding.
The funeral has been held of 2 women murdered in their own home near Leighton Buzzard. Iris Jones and her adopted daughter Mandy Joseph were found dead at their house in Hockliffe on January the 20th. They'd been shot. 3 people from Beccles in Suffolk have been charged with their murders. The funeral was held at All Saints Parish Church in Leighton Buzzard. There's been yet another ram raid, this time in Cambridge. The thieves once again got away with a cash machine. It's thought they used a silver transit van to smash through the front door of Hazelwood Stores in Hazelwood Close at around 3 o'clock this morning. The police say they believe the raid was carried out by 4 men wearing Parker-style jackets. A 60-mile-an-hour speed limit is being planned for the A14 between Cambridge and Huntingdon. The Highways Agency has secured funding, but it hasn't yet agreed the final details. The speed limit will be enforced by a network of speed cameras, which will measure average speed over a section of the road. Work could be finished by April next year. Soccer now, and they flocked to the Abbey Stadium to support Cambridge Fans United Day and saw a great victory over Wycombe Wanderers, which could yet herald a great escape for the heavily in-debt club. Linda O'Brien was there.
The united colours of football, side by side from every corner of the footballing world, together for one day to support the plight of Cambridge United.
Today will be one of the safest grounds in the country to be at, and there will be enemies standing next to each other having a ball.
It doesn't matter what team you support, it's about supporting the game, it's about supporting a club in trouble. Absolutely amazing. I've got a really warm feeling about today. It's superb.
We really want them to survive, because we know what it's like. We've been in the same position, and fortunately we have survived, and we hope Cambridge do as well.
There was a bit of football to be played too, and what skill from Taz Bramble on his home debut. 2 goals in 2 games since his arrival from Southend. Wycombe fans were supporting the plight of Cambridge, but not on the pitch. Gus Uhlenbeck scoring through a crowd of defence. But the carnival atmosphere was to be reignited when Justin Walker's corner was side-footed into the net by the other home debutant. Ewan Roberts with a smile as wide as those on the terraces. Wycombe almost equalised through Nathan Tyson, a man Luton were keen to sign. And the crossbar denied Shane Tudor. A fantastic day for the fans, and the 3 points, a 2-1 victory, doesn't take the U's off the bottom, but it gives hope.
It was played, as I said, in a hard but fair manner. And, I mean, if you see a better goal than Tess Bramble's, then you'll have to show it me.
Indeed, a fantastic strike by Bramble, which more than 4,600 fans got to see. Fans united for one day, a day to remember. Linda O'Brien, Anglia News at the Abbey Stadium.
More honours for the Milton Keynes-based badminton Olympic silver medalists Gail Ems and Nathan Robertson. Already ranked the best pair in the world, they beat the Indonesian team in the final of the Swiss Open only a week after winning the mixed doubles title at the All England Championships. Congratulations to them. Now it's time to see what the weather's got in store for us. Here with the forecast tonight is Wendy Hurrell.
For a clearer forecast, the Financial Advice Service from Norwich and Peterborough Building Society, sponsors of Anglia Weather.
Good evening. Rain is steadily working its way towards us and will stick with us tomorrow, but Wednesday is looking bright and mild. But for now, you may see cloud building if you're in the southwest of the region. By midnight, it'll bring outbreaks of mainly light rain, lows of 8 degrees in brisk southeasterly winds. So a rather grey and damp start for most tomorrow. By midday, though, dry weather will spread in from the west. For the afternoon, bright spells and the occasional shower. Highs of 15 degrees in the west, 14 across Norfolk, but down on the Essex coast, more like 11 in that southerly wind. But an improvement on Wednesday, temperatures back up to 16 degrees in sunny spells and a light southwesterly wind, just the odd isolated shower. That's it for today. Have a very good night. Bye-bye.
Norwich and Peterborough Building Society, sponsors of Anglia Weather.
That's the news, sport and, of course, the weather from Anglia so far this evening. Now it's time to hand you back to Trevor MacDonald for tonight's national headlines. Bye-bye.